Hello, America.
Thank you, Rob.
Some kids on my nerves, America. I've been watching some Bernie Mac clips on the social medias. If you click on one little thing of a stand-up comic, you know, you get bombarded with all different ones. And how long ago did Bernie Mac die?
Oh man, 20 years ago.
It's been that long.
It's been a while.
But I you know, you forget just how much you appreciate someone's talent and all after you killed them, you know. And look, Bernie was talking that. I miss him, even though I had to take his life.
TJ killed Bernie Mac. Yeah. Let's get that out there. A lot of people don't know this. TJ killed Bernie Mac.
Yeah. 2008 is when he died.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, he was really funny.
I heard somebody say the other day that that if they did kill somebody, the statute of limitations was up.
It's a statute of limitations.
Yeah. I don't think
I find that so funny, but that's really funny.
I don't think the statute of limitations is a thing for murder. Murder. Bloody murder. What are you doing? You frozen, Riggins?
No,
or are you just posing?
Like, yeah, I was posing like the statute of limitations.
Oh, okay, I get it. You got slipped into a tableau.
Yeah.
For the YouTube audience.
Sure. I would have done that whether the camera was on or not. But that's a great Halloween costume. What are you? I'm the statue of limitations.
Yeah. So just perfect. Like dress up as a statue, and then make the little engraved part of it say limitations.
Yeah. No one's doing that.
No. Yeah. Nobody's that clever.
That's real clever.
Everybody else is just ghosts and witches.
That's right.
Boring.
That's just funny, though. I like when people try to sound super intelligent and misuse the bigger. Well, you know, the statute of limitations has ended on that. It expired. Like, shut up, stupid. By the way, TJ, I looked at. You're right. There's most states no statute of limitations when it comes to murder.
Mm-hmm. That's why they have so many documentary shows dedicated to cold case files.
Yeah, they're going back and finding people who are like 70 and put them in prison. Yes.
I had some detective call me one time at night, at my home, no doubt, because he was working on a cold case from the 70s, I think, and this was the early 2000s.
Why'd he call you?
Because a woman called and told the police department that she knew of a murder that took place back then, and she didn't come forward, and she was coming forward now. And the victim's last name had the same last name that I do. And he was just calling to say, was this anybody related to you?
Oh, wow.
Whatever. And I said, no. All my daddy people stay in Kentucky. My daddy left Kentucky for Louisiana. We're the first ones in Louisiana. So
yeah, that's pretty wild.
Nobody in North Carolina but me. And I ain't killed nobody in the 70s.
Man, did you secretly kind of wish, though, that it was something from your family so you could get involved and find out? I would. I don't know what that's about, but I kind of wish I did so I could be involved in it.
Yeah, because it was the victim. I mean, if the victim would have had some money, I could get in on. The victim that he was calling about.
Did you ever find out who the person was that got killed? Did they give you the name or anything?
No, I'd already had my sleep medicine.
Yeah.
So there's no reason talking to me, so I've already had my sleep medicine. Unless there's some money involved, I'm gonna let you go.
I think it was back during the time of the very first season of Survivor. I was probably ready to get back to that.
Man, what I wouldn't give to find out I had a long lost relative that died and left some money.
I know.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I need to go online and look up and see those things where you say your state probably owes you some money.
I've tried that before.
Yeah. I'm fixing to Google it right now.
Yeah.
While you're doing now trending, I want to see if the statement owes me some money.
Jody fooled me because when I first saw her and met her and everything, I was like, "Oh, this girl's rich. Her family must have some money." Come to find out, she just looked rich because she worked at the mall and got a discount on the good clothes.
Damn.
So now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, believe it or not, the top trending topic is Barbie. And it's not because there's a new doll out, but 30 million people went to view the new trailer that was released yesterday for the new movie called Barbie, starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, where she plays a real-life Barbie, or a doll that gets kicked out of doll world and she has to go live in the real world and it it looks cute, but there are parts of the trailer that are vulgar.
Yeah, it's not for children, I don't think.
It is 100% not for kids. There is a joke that they do at the end of the trailer, and it is, it's vulgar. So it's they didn't show a rating on here, but I can't imagine it's anything below PG-13 because the crudest joke at the end.
And is that Lisa Ray in there?
Everybody's in it. Yeah,
that's awesome. I love Lisa Ray.
Kate McKinnon,
Will Ferrell. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
James
excited
Spader
for this.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Well,
go
then
watch
suddenly
that.
I've lost interest.
James Spader. And James Spader.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't think he's good.
But I don't know. Is it a musical? I saw him doing song and dance numbers in that. You were just holding up on your computer there.
Maybe. I don't know if it's qualified as a musical.
But if they have song and dance routines and all that, then I'm out. Otherwise, I was looking forward to it.
I want to know up front if I'm going to a movie that's going to be a musical.
Yeah, that Rocket Man got you, didn't
It
it?
did, and it really burned me on that. I'm never going to give that up. I want to know if it's a musical or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was jacked about that Elton John movie, and then I got to about 30 minutes in. Is this a musical?
Yeah.
And it was.
It's an Elton John movie.
Yeah, with a lot of
Well,
music.
the Freddie Mercury movie wasn't a musical.
Yeah, I didn't. And they didn't sell that movie to be musical either. They just said acted like the music in it was Elton John's music, is him performing and all that. It wasn't like he was singing his dialogue in the trailers. I don't know. I didn't see it anyway.
Well, they got the speaking of musicals, Grease: The Rise of the Pink Ladies is set to start streaming tomorrow. Critics' reviews are in early, and looks like it's not very good.
They say it's really wow.
Yeah, my mom loves Grease, so she's really excited to watch this. But everything I've seen, they said it's just really hard to do musicals on television, and they point out a few ones that have been successful, like Glee.
Well, and they've probably homogenized it so much.
They said,
made it woke.
Yeah, they said, imagine this movie was filmed in the 70s, about the 50s.
Right.
So now they have to do a TV show in the 2020s about the 50s, but make it relevant to young people.
Or
imagine how with song and dance.
Yeah,
It's like an impossible task.
It's super difficult.
Yeah. So I don't know. Critics are saying it's not very good, but you can stream it if you'd like.
I'm surprised they would even think that Grease would now be geared toward young people.
Yeah.
I would think the new Grease, if they're going to do that, they would come back and gear it toward older people who are into it. And then you'll pick up some young people along the way because Grease is one of those movies that transcends generations.
Yeah.
But
my mom's in her she's 64.
Yeah.
And she liked Grease. So, she's not watching the same thing as, I don't know, 20-year-old.
My wife is just a complete nut job over Grease. And
Really?
Yeah, just crazy loves it.
I do too. I love Grease.
I don't know that my daughter does.
Go Grease Lightning, go.
Now, my
Grease
son,
Lightning.
he's really into it.
Right.
He loves all musicals.
I love Grease.
I was thinking the same thing because in the 70s, when they made the movie, it was even more dated in the 70s as far as that doesn't happen. That kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore. They don't really publicize this anymore and all that because it was set in the 50s. So there's no way this could be good.
No way. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. But
Nothing new is good.
nothing new is good?
Yeah.
Well, this might be good because it's old. Shrek 5 is officially in the works with the original voice cast in talks to return, according to Variety. So they could put out 100 Shrek movies. I'll watch them all. I love Shrek.
But they're not letting him. They're not letting Mike Myers use that accent anymore because it's cultural appropriation.
Is that right?
Yeah, he can't be Scottish or Irish
That's
anymore
not true.
because he's Canadian.
Shut up.
You both were like, yeah. You got me good there. And then today's National Deep Dish Pizza Day, so nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
A little deep dish pizza in the middle of the week to set your Wednesday off right. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
Riggins, your afternoon today should be deep dish pizza.
I know.
Those beers.
I know.
And the par 3 at the Masters.
I know.
Oh,
Perfect day, right?
the perfect afternoon.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. I've said it. TJ said it. People all over the world have said it. You keep playing pranks on people, something bad is going to happen. Something bad has happened. Details next.
The Ace and TJ Show 5G app is sponsored by Papa John's. Order now on our app, the Papa John's app, or papajohns.com.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
With the radio blast and goes cruising just as fast as she can now.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend, boyfriend.
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
And she'll have fun, 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 fun. And she'll have fun, 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 fun. And she'll have fun, 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 fun.
Okay, ladies, let's do this.
She'll have, and she'll have fun, fun.
What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them. Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken. If I wasn't severely injured, I would beach you off right now, Ken. I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
Beach both of us off?
Nobody's gonna beach anyone off.
We were just discussing the benefits of Peeps. Does anybody in here like Peeps?
I don't.
Is that still
Nope.
the Easter candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, people, peeps still love peeps.
Yeah. And then you mentioned, TJ was mentioning those orange, those like gelatin, whatever they're called, orange slice things.
Yeah.
I love those. Those are great. The other thing I don't like, those squishy, they're like squishy bunnies. They're almost like marshmallow bunnies or something like that. Sometimes they're yellow.
Aren't those peeps?
Are those Peeps
Yeah,
as
those
well?
are Peeps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Peeps.
yeah, probably Peeps.
So who makes those? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they gross.
I don't, that's the thing. People either really love peeps or they really hate them. I'm on the hate side.
Yeah, I don't really like them. They don't really taste like anything to me.
Didn't we have an article that said they had a carcinogen in them like the other day?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares about that?
I don't know about that.
Old red dye
Nobody
number
dying,
3.
nobody dying from peeps.
You don't know that?
Yeah, I do. If peeps were killing people, we'd already like. How old is that? A peep, like 200 years old. Like, didn't the founding fathers have them in their knapsacks?
So it was bound to happen. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm just saying you knew it was coming. Because a lot of people make a lot of money, or try to, on YouTube and TikTok by just jacking with people. They think they're funny playing pranks on people, and eventually it was going to go bad. And it has. There's a YouTuber. His name is Tanner Cook. He was in Virginia filming a prank video and got shot in the stomach by somebody he was interacting with. Here's Tanner's father talking about his son allegedly being shot by a man named Alan Colley while he was filming.
You know, it's just like surreal. And I believe that God saved my son's life and that he could have very easily died, and that's not the outcome, and that God has plans for my son. And they were making a video in the mall and trying to have fun with people, and this guy wasn't having fun, and they were interviewing him or talking to him, and he didn't like it and pulled the gun out and shot my son.
So the guy clearly, if this is true, went too far with his reaction. Shot someone in the middle of a mall. That's a little bit extreme. Tanner Cook is expected to make a full recovery. And the guy, Alan Colley, has been arrested and charged in the shooting. It was in the mall food court.
What was the prank?
They haven't said, and I've been unable to find that anywhere. If they haven't shared what the prank was that they were pulling, but apparently they were interviewing him and messing with him.
Well, and I know the little, bubble wrap generations of today are not supposed to judge people on how they look, but the world was a whole lot better when you could be honest. And if you've seen this guy's mugshot, the shooter, alleged shooter, you would see this guy looks like somebody who is a lunatic, and I don't need to be messing with him. Right. He looks trashy, and he looks like he is not of this earth right now. He's sitting in the food court, looked probably miserable as hell, waiting on him to fix his phone or something. I don't know, but
you see it so many times, and I've seen so many of these. They mess with people like I saw one the other day. They're in a Home Depot, and the guy turns around and goes, "I'm walking you out right now before something real bad happens to you." And they were clearly very upset. You just can't go around jacking with people like that, and eventually something bad's going to happen because you're going to mess with the wrong person. It's not, and again, it's not right. It's not okay that the guy shot him, but you knew that was coming somewhere down the line.
I love how the dad's like, they were just having fun, and the guy didn't want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
And, a lot of that is because most of these guys who do this sort of thing, they're young. They're really young. And that part of your brain doesn't develop, that danger part doesn't develop until you're 24 or 25. So I always say it more as a warning to be careful. Don't be, not like it. That's what you get. Obviously, the guy didn't deserve to be shot in the stomach or anywhere else for that matter. Maybe maybe in the foot, but no, he shouldn't have been shot. But still, people are crazy.
Yeah,
they don't want to be messed with.
You cannot be too careful with that stuff, and you've seen so many of those online, especially on TikTok. It's like, man, you are asking for trouble when you keep messing with people like that.
Just trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And especially think about this. They go viral at your expense because you don't get any money out of that viral. And they're getting millions of views and making a lot of money off of it, or in many cases, or at least they're trying to get to that point, and they're doing it at the person's expense without sharing any of the income with them. So.
Yeah, that dude is scary looking.
I know.
He is.
Would you walk up to that guy in a food court?
No.
I wouldn't even ask him a question, not even trying to prank him.
You give him the Southern man nod and keep walking. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you doing? Give him that, or maybe even just give him the chin, head thrown back a little bit. Hey, man, that's it. Keep going,
but stay away.
Yeah, that man looks crazy.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Oh, it's a simple question. How much different would your life be if you were where your prom date is right now? Next.
Live from the Calitrin Studios. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More of the Ace and TJ Show next. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Well, everything costs so much now. We got that inflation on the verge of stagflation, if not already in stagflation. If you're not an economist such as I, you can look up what stagflation is. But being an economist, I know. I also know that advertising costs a lot, unless you're advertising through Ace TJ Media. See how I did that right there? That is the sign of a professional, to hook the audience and then boom with the message. That's what you get with Ace TJ Media.
That's the way it works.
Yep.
Hook the audience, Boom with the message.
Hook them, club them over the head. Just like catching a shark. That's the way people catch. That's how you shark fish, right? Hook, bring them in, and then just start clubbing them over the head. No,
That's not how we did it when I went, but okay.
oh. Well, anyway, that's what we'll do figuratively with your potential clients. We'll club them over the head with your message. Boom. First, we're going to hook them, then we're going to club them. We call it the hook and club at Ace TJ Media.
Hooking club. You're so
Sounds like a
stupid.
sandwich.
Yeah. I'll have the hook and club with chips. All right, so if you got a business that needs advertising and branding and all, go to acetjmedia.com and check all that out. Get signed up. Hey, lined around the building. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Lined up around the building.
Around the building.
Everybody wanting to hook and club their customers. It's a new thing.
A few things today that you might find interesting. Just an assorted list of little things kind of worth throwing out for conversation. Number one, I think this is cool. I just want to get this out there because a bunch of big country artists are doing a benefit concert in Nashville next week to raise money for the Covenant School where that terrible shooting happened last week. Like Carrie Underwood, Thomas Rhett, Sixpence None the Richer. Some of these I don't know. The Warren brothers.
Is Sixpence None the Richer country now?
I don't know.
Is that a country?
They're
group now?
included in the list,
Oh.
which I thought you might find interesting.
I would love to hear Sixpence None the Richer.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that like a rock?
Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
she's
yeah,
all
yeah,
that?
yeah. Okay, I know that song. Mm-hmm.
I love that song.
But it's being held at Belmont University, where TJ's daughter graduated, and the school gets all of the proceeds from it. It was
Not Belmont doesn't get the proceeds.
the Covenant School. Yeah, it's being held at Belmont, but the Covenant School gets all of the proceeds for
Trust me,
that.
Belmont doesn't need proceeds. They got proceeds.
You gave him enough.
Are you kidding me?
If you're a North Carolina
Running around
basketball
merch all
fan,
the time now.
if you're a North Carolina basketball fan, it was 30 years ago today that Chris Webber of Michigan called a timeout when they didn't have any more timeouts, and Carolina won the national championship. It was 29 years ago today that Kurt Cobain committed suicide.
Oh.
He'd only been a star for 3 years. 3 years. And there's a new survey that says 21% of adults say they think it's okay to have a work spouse, while 45% say it's not appropriate. But the difference comes in young people and old people. Millennials, not okay with it. Like only 18% of millennials say it's okay to have the work spouse. 40% of boomers say that's fine. Because, I mean, they've probably been married 30 or 40 years. That's the theory is that they've been married so long, they're totally fine. They're very secure in what goes on in their household. They're fine with you having a spouse at work.
Everybody would be fine with it if the spouse, your work spouse, is ugly as hell.
Very true. I agree with that.
Don't be acting like you're riding on a high horse.
Yeah.
If the person you call your work wife is just ghoulishly ugly, your wife's not going to say a thing about it.
Yes.
You're right.
Say,
You're
that's
right.
cute. Oh, that's so cute.
Right.
That's 100% correct. Won't care a lick.
Ace TJ 5G.
I saw this yesterday and kind of did some investigating on it last night, and then I realized Alexis might be left out of this little piece of radio vintage. Because you never had a prom, did you?
I did not.
Never been to a prom.
Never
Did you go
been
to a high school dance at all?
I went to one high school dance in 9th grade when I lived in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it though.
Just the one.
Just the one. I wasn't allowed to go.
Was it a certain, like a certain dance, like a Valentine's
It was like a
dance,
winter
homecoming?
formal.
Okay. So it was a formal.
Yeah, it was a formal, and I was a cheerleader, so it was almost kind of like mandatory, like you had to go. But it was fun. I loved it.
Did you have a date or did you go by yourself?
I had a date.
Because Alexis, if you don't know, grew up Jehovah's Witness, so she wasn't allowed to do anything except for when the time when you were out there living with your dad in L.A. You got to
Yeah.
do some fun stuff.
Other than that, I had to go to church and read the Bible every day.
So, yeah, when she was with her dad, she got to wear a formal and go do drive-bys.
Yep. Let loose.
But I just saw a friend of mine was with some friends. They were taking pictures the other night of their kids for prom, and he sent me a message and said, "Think about it. You'll be back here again in 18 years because I've got a baby due in a few weeks. It's in 2 months, 11 weeks from now. And so, yeah, 18 years from now, I'll be back, ready to take taking prom pictures. Why do you make that face, Alexis?
That's just a long time from now.
Yeah. Everybody will be like, oh, that's so cool. Mm-hmm. Dax's grandfather came. Like, no, that's his dad.
Dax, you look so handsome.
That's his
18
dad.
years.
Yeah.
You'll be 70 something.
In 18 years, I will be 72.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Rob. But anyway, point being, I saw
That's
this
not
thing.
so bad
Yes, I know.
in third world countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I saw that in some remote area of India on a documentary.
Yeah.
So you're in good company.
Yeah, I don't even want to go on with this anymore. It was interesting though. I saw this. Maybe it was on Reddit yesterday. It said, "Where is your prom date now?" Do you have any idea? Well, first off, I don't know who all went to prom. TJ went to a senior prom. Did Riggins
I
go
went
to
as
senior
a
prom?
junior too because my
Yeah.
girlfriend at that time was a senior.
Were y'all allowed to go? Was it the junior senior prom or
No,
just senior?
The seniors only had the prom.
Okay, because ours was junior senior prom. The juniors did all the work on the prom for the seniors. Seniors did homecoming, juniors did prom, so so seniors could just enjoy it. Yeah. So you went Riggins?
Yeah.
Rob, did you go to your prom?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know where your date is now? What happened to it, to that person?
Yeah, I know. She lives in Gaston County still.
Yeah.
Do you
And did
see
she
her
call
often?
you Uncle Rob?
No,
Was it your niece?
no, it was not.
Okay.
No, I don't talk to her very often. But
Okay. But you do you like run into her or whatever?
No, I don't run into her, but I'm friends with her on Facebook. I see
okay.
when she posts and stuff.
All right. Riggins, you know what happened to your prom
Yeah,
date?
one of them is married. The other one, I don't know. I never kept up with her. But one of them's married. She's got a couple kids. Lives in Indiana, I think.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of mine are married. One lives in Dallas, I keep up with her back and forth on Facebook. That was my junior prom date, I think.
Keep up with her on Facebook.
Yeah, what?
Message her.
Yeah, she's one of my Facebook friends. I've known her family for forever. Grew up with all
Amanda
of them.
knows about that.
Yeah, all her sisters and everybody. And she's got like 4 or 5 kids. Her husband's super successful. They do very well for themselves. So good for her.
Like
and
Louisiana well or just well in general?
no, really like
Okay.
real well, not Louisiana well. And my senior prom date, I just looked her up yesterday, now lives in Colorado. She's been married to the same guy since like 1994.
Weird.
And living large, got a good life going. Good for her. That's awesome. And yours, TJ, your senior prom date?
I think still in Louisiana in the same area where I grew up.
In the
Both
Winfield,
of them.
still in the Winfield
Yeah,
area?
Both of them. One of them, the one that I went to the prom with when I was a junior and she was a senior, she may be the superintendent of the school board now in my hometown. She was a big wig in the school board.
Louisiana well off right there.
Yeah.
Got it made now. Got a retirement and everything.
Yep, got a draw and what else do they call it? The teachers have. They call it something to draw, some kind of retirement. My mom had to do that. But yeah, she's nerd. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
But who has a circumstance where something unusual has happened to your prom date? Like maybe your prom date's in prison, or your prom date went on to be super successful and rich. Maybe your prom date's famous, or maybe your prom date's infamous. Like what happened to your prom date that's a little unusual? Not like, oh, I still see them all the time. They live down the street. Like they went on to either have something real bad or crazy or a real good crazy happen to them. At the Ace TJ show.
My sister-in-law's prom date still holds the record for the most field goals made in a Monday night football game.
She went to prom with
Chris Bonial.
Chris Bonial?
Yeah, I think
I didn't
so.
know,
Yeah,
I didn't
think
know
so.
that.
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys.
That great example. TJ's sister-in-law, her prom date holds the record for the most field goals made in a Monday night football game. That's pretty cool.
And you knew that dude's name off the top of your head, Ace?
He's
Yeah.
he's a hometown hero kind
Yeah,
of guy.
I mean, we all knew who he was. Right
Yeah.
after I was in college when they were in high school. You knew who he was because he was pretty well known in the area. So, at the Ace TJ show, what happened to your prom date? We'll find out next.
Ace and TJ. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. There's a lot of big stuff coming from Peyton's Promise. If you missed it, we just gave away $10,000 this week to someone in our first quarter of the Rest of Your Life contest. All of the stuff that we're doing and the big plans that we've got coming up would not be possible without you, the Ace and TJ Radio family, and our great sponsors like Bradham Brothers Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. It's installation and service that you can trust because they've been doing it for over 50 years. Thousands and thousands of customers they've dealt with over 50 years with honesty and a smile. They offer top quality trained products, and they take a tremendous amount of pride in the level of service that they provide and the way they treat you. It's very important. Go to BradhamBrothers.com, excuse me, to schedule service or a free estimate today. That's BradhamBrothers.com, BradHam Brothers.com.
I think all the criticism of Justin Timberlake has finally taken its toll on him because people have just been roasting him over these pictures that surfaced of him online. He's 42, and they say, oh, he looks terrible. He looks awful. And then somebody said, well, that's just how white people look when they get older. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know that he looks awful.
No, I mean, he's getting older.
He's just getting old.
Yeah.
42. What color was the person that said that's how white people look when they get old?
I don't know.
I'm going to go after him.
You want to go
Being
find
racist.
Yeah. What if they're white?
Then still.
Still go after them?
Yeah, for being racist against their own race.
Yeah.
I don't know how I ended up on this side of TikTok, Riggins.
Yeah.
But somehow Lance Bass comes up on TikTok for me all the time. He does a podcast, and it's all about boy bands, apparently. I've never heard it. But the big push is his goal, he's talking about with one of the Backstreet Boys, trying to get NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys together to do a summer stadium tour.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Could you get Justin Timberlake to do it?
That's the key. They all say the same thing. It's only one guy that holds the whole thing up, and it's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, because all Backstreet Boys, they tour together
They
now.
still tour together. And the NSYNC guys are like, we're all in. You know who you got to get.
Yeah, you can't have NSYNC without Justin.
No.
unfortunately.
There's no way. It wouldn't work.
You could do Backstreet Boys without any one of them. You know,
Not
you know
without
what
Nick
I'm saying?
Carter.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Not without Howie D.
Yeah,
He's
Howie.
the sweet one.
Stop.
He's the sweet one.
Howie D.
Yeah, that's kind of been their big push, their big talk. It keeps popping up on my TikTok that they're trying to get him to do
It would be a smash, but yeah, can you secure Justin Timberlake? And now I think his stock has gone down in recent years, so they probably could get Justin Timberlake.
Why not do it just for fun and $1 bajillion?
Yeah,
It would be a blast.
He ain't fun no more.
No, he not.
he not fun no more.
Wow, boy, the tide is really turning.
Joey Fatone's the only fun one.
That's probably true, yeah.
Ace TJ 5G.
What happened to your prom date? What would life be like if you were married to your prom date now? Well, TJ'd be pretty secure. His prom date's the superintendent of schools.
Yeah. For a huge school system. With one elementary school, one middle school, one high school.
Lock them down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess she watches over the whole parish of schools. So add about 3 more to that.
We were talking about your prom date. What happened to your prom date? Like, where is your prom date now? And I love this one from Twitter. A guy said, I went to prom in 2004. I don't know if this counts because she's not famous, but I did arrest her about 5 years ago for DUI. Can you imagine? He said she thought I would let her off after she realized who I was.
And he didn't.
No, he didn't, apparently.
Man, that's kind of brutal.
Yeah, ma'am, can I see your license? Wait a minute. Didn't we go to prom?
Oh, man.
You think you should let her go?
Maybe.
Or like take her home or something?
home.
Yeah, get her home safe.
You got anybody you can call and come get the car? I'll take you home.
What was 5 years ago? Would be what, 2018?
Yeah.
So this was what, 10? So this was 14 years after prom that he arrested her. Come on, lady, you're in your early 30s.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Riggins.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that as a
You
cop.
are.
But it seems like if you're going to do it for anybody, let it be your prom date.
Alexis, you are.
You're
allowed to do
can
that.
do that?
I saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I got it now. Take her home.
Let's see. This is kind of interesting. Christina said he broke up with me 2 hours before prom, saying it's my fault, but he wasn't man enough to tell me he didn't have the money for the tux, and I had to go to prom alone, and had the high school cop take me home when my ride couldn't come get me. Oh. Now, 25 years later, I see him every day at work.
No way.
She works with that guy. But I mean, after all, 25 years, you're over it now, right? You don't even think about it anymore.
What a horrible prom.
It's just kind of funny now, right?
Sad.
Yeah. It does make your prom kind of a bummer, but still.
Yeah.
The cop had to take her home. She had no friends. Oh. That's sad.
Bless.
One lady says, 20 years later, I know exactly where he is. I'm still married to him.
Oh, nice. I like that.
That's pretty impressive that they got married and have stayed married.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, let's.
High school sweethearts. They always act like they're superior to every other marriage. We were high school sweethearts. Yeah, okay.
I know
whatever.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I know a couple that they started dating, so to speak, in the 8th grade. That's the only people they've ever been on a date with.
8th grade?
Yeah. Like they started going together in the 8th grade, all through high school, all through college, all through life. They've been married for years and years and years and years now. That's the only other person they've ever even dated.
That's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Like, you've never had an experience with anybody else.
Yeah, they're in their 50s now, and they've never been on a date with anybody else, to my knowledge. I mean, unless maybe I don't know if they broke up for a while or like an hour or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so they started in the 8th grade.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
It's adorable.
The first person you go out with ever is the person you're supposed to be with forever.
You are betrothed.
God, now I've got to figure out who the first person I went out with was, just to see how that would turn out. I don't even remember. Do you remember the first person you ever kissed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What grade, Riggins?
6th.
Alexis?
7th.
Rob? First person you ever kissed, what grade?
19 years old, out of school.
Oh, he had never been kissed till he was 19.
Yep.
Out of school? What do you mean?
He was out of school. He wasn't in
Not in high
school. Because I just asked what grade, and he said I was out of school.
Did it blow your socks off?
No.
Oh, really?
My first kiss was like the most amazing, magical thing.
Yeah, I wish I could recreate
I
the
was
feeling
like,
I had after our first kiss.
My stomach felt like it was going to burst open.
Yeah.
I just remember she had to put down her crossing guard sign.
Rob, did you say she was a smoker?
Yeah, it was gross.
Ew.
It was like kissing an ashtray.
Gross.
And how old was she?
She was also 19.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd have been cool if it was like an old truck stop waitress or something. Come here, son. Let me give you your first kiss.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
19 and ain't never been kissed.
Lay it on me. Man, so many things are trending. We'll do Now Trending coming up next.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
One more night until the big event. Celebrating 25 years in the Mothership Market of Charlotte tomorrow night at the Hyatt Centric South Park. It's Ace TJ 25 years of the radio family. Really, more than anything, kicking off a full year of celebrations in a variety of different ways. Now, we've mentioned this before. There are no more tickets available when it comes to general admission tickets. All those have gone. It only took a couple of minutes for those to get gone. So we've got a few hundred people that are going to be there. But there are some VIP tickets still available. Your VIP ticket gets you early entry, plus there's a post-show private meet and greet. Plus, you get priority seating. You get a couple of free drinks. You get a voucher for one night at the Hyatt Centric, good for a year. Plus, you get a $100 gift card to Fahrenheit. You get a $50 gift card to the Palestra Boutique Spa and a $25 gift card to Johnny Fly Sunglasses and entry into an on-site raffle that we're going to have for even more prizes while we're there tomorrow night. So the whole thing, when you do the math, you actually get more than you spend for the VIP. It's worth about $800, the whole value of the whole thing is. So go to acetj.com/25. That's acetj.com/25 to get all the details and to get those VIP spots. That's all we have left for the 25th anniversary celebration tomorrow night.
I think my wife suspects that I've been doing something perverted with her underwear.
Ew.
Okay.
Every night, my wife, she's this type of person, have to get everything organized and all, and she will pick out and lay out the clothes that she's going to be wearing the next morning because she knows that I have her working out every morning. And so she'll lay her workout clothes out on this little seat that we have in our closet. And with that, she will lay her bra on top of the clothes. Well, that's where I sit down in the mornings to put my socks on. So I will move her bra because I don't want to sit on it and bend up all the wires and stuff. Because
right.
I mean, it's got some substantial wires in it. And I usually try to put it back. Sometimes I don't forget. I just lay it up on the little shelf right there beside it. And she's like, what have you been doing with my bra in the mornings? Why is my bra always moved? Like, pervert, what is going on? I got all my clothes lying out there. Why is the bra the only thing that's being moved or whatever? Because I sit on the other clothes. And I guess she thinks that I'm being a prevert in there with her bra.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with my bra in the morning?
Thinking the worst of you, though.
Well, I mean, it is a legitimate question. Why is there a bra fairy coming in and moving it to a different place every night? While we're sleeping.
HTJ 5G.
I need some Captain Crunch.
Well, I haven't had Captain Crunch in forever. That'd be good.
Yep.
Captain Crunch was with some Kool-Aid on it.
That's gross.
I had these kids I played with in my grandparents' neighborhood, and their mama was a darn old whore, and she didn't take care of them right and all. She's always running around, hanging out at the bowling alley, and hooking up with men and stuff. And so she wouldn't go to the store like she should. Not that they didn't have the money. She was just out, running men, and they sometimes had to put Kool-Aid on their cereal because they ran out of milk.
Why didn't they just eat it by itself?
I don't know.
It's gross.
I've never been in that situation. I don't know that I would, maybe to a kid, Kool-Aid on cereal's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe if I don't know.
You could put a bowl of candy necklace, those little rings off of a candy necklace in front of a kid. They probably eat it with a spoon, like Buddy the Elf.
I mean, you're taking just, I'm sure it's a cereal full of sugar, and just adding some sugar Kool-Aid to that. I bet they were sky high by the time they finished that bowl of cereal.
You know what flavor Kool-Aid they had? Purple.
The best flavor Kool-Aid. I was a purple and a red fan.
I like the red.
Yeah. So let's see what's trending.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, so Donald Trump was arrested yesterday, pleaded not guilty to 34 charges. They had a camera in the courtroom, and he was looking right at that camera. And they also had a sketch artist in there. But, I mean, it was a big show in New York City yesterday. And then he hightailed it back to Florida, to Palm Beach, where his estate is located, Mar-a-Lago. And then he did a press conference and basically said this is, not right.
There are a couple things. One, you shouldn't concentrate on people saying this is the first time that a former president has been indicted. Focus more on the fact that a leading opposition party presidential candidate has been arrested for his, as the ruling body has arrested their political opponent, basically, like a communist regime would do. And this DA, Alvin, is a complete idiot.
Yeah.
He's
The DA in New York
he's
who
an
brought the
idiot.
charges?
Yeah. Like he pronounces the word month as month. He kept saying that in his press conference yesterday. You know, we've been following him for months and months. I like President Trump got the mumps. He didn't get vaccinated.
Got the mumps,
Got
y'all.
the mumps.
Yeah. So,
But anyway, yeah, it's a dangerous situation for our country. Yep.
yeah.
And as soon as we get back in charge, we're going to arrest all of them. That's what we need to do. We need to arrest all of them.
Everybody getting
Every
arrested.
Democrat politician going to jail once we get back in.
Like, are you in the
I'm
cabinet?
gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Today's National Nebraska Day. The 37th state to join the Union in 1867. To me, Nebraska might as well be Singapore. I don't know anything about Nebraska. It just feels very foreign to me. Jenny, your friend Jenny
well,
is from.
Jenny's from there.
It's a really cool place.
Cornhuskers.
It's cold out there, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I picture
Sounds
plains,
yeah.
like people eating grass, like out in the fields. I don't know why, but that's just what I picture, like very plain.
She's from Lincoln,
Nebraska.
and she's always bragging. There's the one thing about Lincoln, Nebraska that she has a lot of pride in, and I think it is that they have more bars per capita than any other city in America, or something like that.
Really?
Something to do with how many bars they've got.
That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
why- I mean, she loves a bar. Mm-hmm. Good old bar. Yeah. So
She's a barfly.
yeah, and they eat chili. They have chili and they eat it with a side of cinnamon rolls.
What?
Which I think is. I know. I saw that on the internet and I texted her. I said, "That's not true, is it?" She goes,
Cinnamon
"Oh yeah,
rolls?
you don't eat chili without cinnamon rolls."
Interesting.
It's kind of wild, right? Happy National Nebraska Day. This might be something only for Ace. The upcoming Love is Blind Season 4 reunion special is going to stream live on Netflix Sunday, April 16th at 8 p.m. Just one of the new live streaming events Netflix is trying out. They did it with the Chris Rock special a few weeks ago, and they think a lot of people will tune in for this.
I think that's an interesting show. I find that show to be very interesting. The concept is interesting.
Yeah, hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey. So, I mean, tune in. 8 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, my wife is into Love is Blind and then just waiting on the final couple of episodes of Vanderpump Rules and that reunion.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
She is locked into that.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
good.
Love is Blind was that movie that was so weird about the girl walking around and can't see. Like that Sandra Bullock was blindfolded and stuff. That's
Right.
not that.
No, not that one.
They should have her own stuff.
Bird Box, yeah. So you got a bird box.
I watched that movie. That was an awful movie.
Not great.
The end was dumb. I got to the end, I was like, what?
I like
What are you
Sandra
talking
Bullock.
about? It look, I didn't see it, but I mean, from the very beginning, it looked like it would be great.
Yeah, I thought the movie was good until the end, and I thought, well, we're just going to leave it there. There was a lot of stuff that could have been, that needed to be explained at the end, I thought.
It's the most watched Netflix special on a Thursday ever. So, so those are a few things that are now trending.
Well, you know, they're coming for all of our traditions. They're coming for them. Now, it seems as if they're trying to take away the Easter Bunny's business and infringe upon him in some way. We'll explain it coming up next.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Ace TJ 5G is possible thanks to O'Connor Insurance Associates. They're an independent insurance agency, which means they work directly with their clients. They work for their clients, not some big insurance company that doesn't care about you. So get started, get the most insurance for your money at acetj.com/O'Connor.
Tomorrow night, we've got a big event happening at the Hyatt Center South Park, celebrating 25 years of the Ace and TJ Show in the Mothership Market of Charlotte. It was 25 years ago tomorrow morning that the show started. It was Monday, April 6th, 1998. The show started on KISS 95.1 in Charlotte. And Riggins is going to be the host. Have you prepped? Like, what are we doing? Like, you're ask us questions or whatever, but it's like a walk through the 25 years?
That's how it's laid out, yeah.
Okay. So there has been some prep that went into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by prep, we mean winging it.
I mean, can you give us like a heads up of things we need to have be prepared to have ready, like answers that we need to be ready for?
That's fake.
Yeah, this needs to be real.
It's not fake. It's like, hey, we're going to talk about these 3 things. Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll try to remember exactly how we did them or what we did, so to tell a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love some homework.
Yeah,
That would be great.
I'd like to be, get a chance to go. Okay, I can let me think about what we did then, or why we did that, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think my answer to about every question is going to be, I don't know, Ace, how do you remember it?
Yeah, that's helpful. Well, it's only an hour.
Yeah. That's what you've been telling yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna act like he's just trying to bring me along. Well, it's only an hour. That's a pep talk he's been giving himself all week.
You just got to make it through that hour.
Oh, well. So, in other words, no, we're not going to get a heads up as to
I mean, I
any
can
of the
give
topics.
you. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can give you some of the questions if you'd like.
Not necessarily the questions, like, hey, we're going to talk about like this, and this. Have some ideas ready.
Well,
that kind of thing.
It kind of spans, the early years, the start, the early years, and then today.
Just in Charlotte, or are you going back before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In Charlotte, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because that's all that matters, the 25
That's what I
years.
thought. That's what I was just making sure.
Yeah.
And then again, I just learned something. What do I care? It's only an hour.
Yeah.
Relax. You just sit down and enjoy yourself. How about that?
Okay, sounds good.
Enjoy the show.
I'll have a couple drinks to loosen up, and you just
Yeah.
take it away.
Yeah.
All right. So there are still some VIP seats available. The other seats are all gone. But if you want to find out more, acetj.com/25 to get all the details.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Rob, you're walking kind of spry today compared to other days. Are you not in pain?
No pain, anything good?
You ever seen that show, Dope Sick? All they talk about on that is pain. Where's your pain? We've got to help America with their pain. So you need some of that. Whatever gets you dope sick.
Okay.
That's what you're walking like you've been on that today. No pain.
I'll
Good
send a
for
message to my doctor.
Good for you. Although you're not gaining anything today, because as we know, no pain, no gain. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Easter is this Sunday. They call it Easter Sunday. It is the holiest of holidays for we Christian people. Christians, i.e., the chosen people of God. A lot of people believe that that's the Jewish people, but I heard it was otherwise. No, I'm kidding. And by the way, to our Jewish friends, I don't know, are you supposed to say Happy Passover or wish you a good Passover? Whatever. It starts tonight, Passover does.
You can't go wrong by saying, hey, I hope you have a good Passover.
Yeah, right. But the potato industry, first of all, I'm going to read this, how it's written in the article to show you how a lot of reporters will put their little digs into the text and make it subtle. Potatoes USA is trying to take advantage of the price gouging on eggs. Okay, there's not price gouging on eggs. Eggs are more expensive now because everything's more expensive now. It costs more to get eggs to the grocery store now because of fuel and all that. It's not price gouging.
Price gouging, those two words, those are opinion words.
Yeah.
And that's not, if you don't have proof of price gouging, you just say they're more expensive.
And I don't even believe in price gouging is the thing.
You don't believe in it?
Because what are you can't control what somebody charges for a product until somebody really needs it. And then if you sell it for more than what the government thinks you should be selling it for, they're going to come down on you. It's illegal. Because immoral doesn't mean illegal. So anyway, that's why I got like 10 generators when it's not storming.
Just so you can sell them off.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So Potatoes USA is trying to take advantage of the high egg prices by hyping potatoes as a replacement this Easter. And supposedly people are actually giving it a shot. Some blogs and all are suggesting that you take traditional paint and paint potatoes instead of dyeing Easter eggs.
I can't blame
Just,
Potatoes USA for throwing it
yeah.
out there. Like, hey, here's an idea.
Yeah, and so making it fun, switch on things. So, but eggs aren't that expensive where you can't have Easter eggs. It's a good business branding kind of thing for the potatoes, But it's just another way of somebody else in society attacking the Christian faith. Our traditions in the Christian faith of what the Easter egg represents. And I think that any other religion, any other faith, they wouldn't be doing this. But everybody knows Easter is not Easter without Easter eggs. Because it's tradition. That's what happened when Jesus rose on the third day. He gathered all of these pastel-colored eggs and hid them throughout the area.
He's so stupid.
And true story. And you should know this because you know your Bible back and forth,
right.
Alexis, from being Jehovah's Witness growing up, being forced to study it. Jesus hid all these eggs, and then however many eggs you found was how many sins you got forgiven.
What? That's facts.
So you was inspired to go find these eggs. And the only way you could find them, because it's in the desert, the background is the desert, was to make them these bright colors. Otherwise, they would have never found any of them. It would have been too hard for them to find.
That's crazy.
Because
That's
it was hot and
the
stuff.
first thing Jesus did as soon as he was resurrected. He's like, I gotta go hide these eggs.
Mm-hmm. He got that basket that Moses floated down the river in. That's where the Easter basket came from.
Oh my God.
And he put all the eggs in there and then hid them, and the people found them.
And then the bunnies just came out also when he was resurrected.
And that's where the phrase "don't put all your eggs in one basket" came from as well.
Exactly, because Jesus didn't.
Yeah, that's good.
Got it.
But what are they doing? They're trying to tear it down with potatoes. Jesus didn't hide potatoes.
No, Jesus is not happy now about the potatoes.
Mm-mm.
You're so dumb.
So, we got to start pushing back, y'all.
Yeah.
We got to start pushing back.
We can't take it anymore.
I'm boycotting potatoes.
I hope you're listening, Big Potato.
We're on to you now.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
People, the next thing you know, be making potato salad for Easter dinner instead of deviled eggs.
Right.
That's another thing. You're supposed to throw the eggs at the devil. And that's where deviled eggs came from for Easter.
Get, devil, get. Throw the eggs out.
You get out of here, devil. The Lord's put out with you. All right, Alexis had a big day yesterday. It's the day that we've been talking about forever. Something finally happened, and it's huge in her personal life. We'll see if we can get her to tell us about it. Coming up next.
From the Calotrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
What'd you say in Now Trending earlier, Riggins? Today's National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
Deep dish pizza day.
Look, just any day that's any kind of pizza day is a good day. The perfect day today for Riggins, if I were Riggins, I would go home and I would get Papa John's pizza and some of those beers that he enjoys and turn on the par 3 of the Masters and just have a wonderful afternoon. Papa John's got a new crispy parm pizza. We've talked about this. I've had it. It's excellent because what they're doing is they're taking the regular pizza that you order from Papa John's, and then they have a blend of Parmesan and Romano cheeses baked into the crust, which adds to the juicy, delicious cheese flavor of the pizza. It's spectacular. Highly